Hello people did that. How's it doing? Oh, I can't stand for the moment because I'm very dizzy. A lot of annoyance, and I'm very very dizzy because of it. So I have to sit for the moment. I can only get up once an hour every so often. Because I'm a bit dizzy. That's why I have a hat on me, because it helps me to kind of take when I have a hat on me. So forgive me for the hat. Unfortunately, in Cavan, the coronavirus numbers have gone up. And that's because, as I said, about this cluster, it was 24, now it's gone up to 21. This cluster was left unchecked, and I might as well say straight, it was because of we didn't have proper testing facilities for a while, and we didn't, we didn't get to them quick enough, if that makes any sense. That's the only reason why. And obviously with the lack, we still have so many people that need to be tested. So there's obviously wrapping up with testing. Obviously tomorrow we won't really have that many tests. We have bits of equipment in Cavan, as I said about earlier on. Some equipment have arrived in Cavan from Dublin, which is great. So which means there'll be some testing tomorrow. There won't be much, but there'll be some. In Monaghan, it's it takes for the God it's remained at 13, but in Cavan it's gone up, and it's because of this one area in particular that has been affected. And I'm not at liberty to say, but most likely the Department of Health will say about it, because it is a cluster. It did start as a cluster. Five people got in one area. And it's not to do with travel or anything like that. But I will wait until to the local authorities will say anything, because we can't say anything at the moment of the time, obviously. But the people that are around the people, and the people in the area would have been informed of it. I'm not at liberty to say whereabouts in Cavan it is, or whereabouts in Monaghan it is. I'm not at liberty to say. But I just say to people, keep washing your hands, keep good hygiene. Brain's gone dead. Keep good social distance. Don't go out unless hugely, absolutely necessary. And I say this to young people, especially in Cavan. Please don't go out. It's very very serious. We don't want you getting ill, and don't think that you can't get it. There is some young people. There's actually 2 people who are under 10 today who got it. From the coronavirus. Thankfully a very mild condition of the coronavirus, but thankfully they probably will make a full recovery, thanks to the God that will, hopefully please God will. But young people can get it, and that's proof that young people can get it. A very mild form of it, but still they have to be isolated for 2 weeks, and it's still not a good thing to be, because you're completely isolated. And I'm just saying to young people, you could carry it on to somebody else, and you could give it to somebody else. So please don't be hanging around. I had reports that said yesterday in Ballyhills there's a few people hanging around. So please, it's not that we're trying to be ignorant or anything like that. We don't want to be ignorant. It's just we want to save lives. We want to keep our people safe, and as simple as that. And these numbers in Cavan, for a long time we were on 4. For about 2 or 3 weeks we were on 4. We were on 4 cases, and we were very lucky for a long time that we didn't have a huge amount. And lucky they were checked, because we stopped the huge spread. And only for these measures, and I might just say it straight. I might give out with the government all the time, but only for these measures that were put in place, we reckon the numbers could be up to 200 in Cavan, if only for the government didn't put these measures in place. The first measure was to close schools. Obviously that did help a lot in colleges. That only for that we would have probably been looking at 400 cases, maybe 200 at most. At most, they used the word at most, and maybe so many deaths in Cavan. But these measures did help. These measures did help. It did help that we limited every social effect in Cavan. It did help. It really, really did help, and I do commend the government for that, and obviously the local authorities. We actually were ahead. We were ahead of the game in some areas. We closed a lot of things that we didn't. Other counties didn't close until later on. We closed some things a week beforehand, which was a good idea. There's not really much else to say. Thankfully, there's no deaths yet. When I use the word yet, but unfortunately, there probably most likely will be 1 or 2. And it pains me to say that. It really pains me, and that's why I'm sitting in this chair, because I can't stand, because I'm going to faint if I stand up and think about all this and everything, because I'm going to collapse, in other words. So please, I'm just appealing to people, be well, and keep good social distance, and keep washing your hands. The small things make a big difference. And don't be afraid to ask for help if you live on your own or anything like that. As we know, many Cavan people are elderly citizens, and the Cavan County Council have the new hotline, and make sure you check out that video if you do want the hotline, because I haven't got it on me at the moment, at least I don't think. Probably way back here. Yeah, here it is. It's the Cavan County Council hotline is closed now because it's 9 o'clock, but it's open from 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it's 0808 000 20 sorry 18020 300 404. That might make no sense, but you know my video. But anyway, thank you for watching. I have to get up now. Subscribe for more and bye.